Hi, I'm Tony Crimlisk, and this is a song from 1967, Can't Take My Eyes Off You. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. You feel like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. Pardon the way that I stare, there's nothing else to compare. The sight of you makes me weak. There are no words left to speak. So if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. La dum da 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 dum da 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 dum ba dum ba 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 da da dum. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, too. On the lonely nights, I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down, I play, oh, pretty baby. Now that I've found you, stay. Let me love you, baby. Let me love you. You're much too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. You feel like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're much too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. You're much too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. I just couldn't resist that. She was a lovely cat, very affectionate, and the words seemed to fit. As I say, this is a 1967 song. It's written by Bob Crewe and Bob Gaudio, and it was first recorded and released as a single by Gaudio's group The Four Seasons, with bandmate Frankie Valli singing it. It was one of the biggest hits, earning a gold record and reaching number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's been sung by Andy Williams, Engelbert Humperdinck and others, and it's been featured in the film Conspiracy Theory in 1997 and Son of the Mask in 2005. Finding the right key for this song is not easy. It has a wide range. It has a tessitura, as it's called, of about 10 notes. It's written in the key of C, and that I found a tad too high. So what I did was to rewrite it in the key of G, and then use a capodastro, which takes it up a semitones at a time, tone and a half higher, which now makes it the key of B flat. So I'll go through the chords first in G, which is how I played it, but without the capo, and then in C. Anyone who's seen my channel before will know that I don't usually recommend a strumming pattern all the way through. I much prefer you to have a vocabulary, which you can pick up at my video on strumming patterns on the ukulele. But the original does have a fairly strong or, and that seems to work pretty well. Starting in the G, the introduction is a G chord, followed by a G major 7, and you can play that either with a small barre or with the fingers, or with the 3 fingers there, or with that one covering those 2 strings, or with this one covering these 2 strings. All different ways of doing the same chord. Same with the D chord. Then A minor, or if you prefer it, an A minor 7, but I use an A minor, I think, and a D7. Do we get that? And then we start off again now, but you're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off you. G7, heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. At long last. Now, a little small barre, again, it's exactly the same fingering as we had earlier on with the G major 7. Small barre is the way I like to play it. But you can do it with the fingers as well if you prefer. I thank God I'm alive. Your A, good to be true, A minor, can't take my G. And then the second verse is exactly the same. And then in the middle there's a little instrumental bit, A minor, or again A minor 7 if you prefer. G, E minor. I'm going from a G chord to an E minor chord, and the easiest way to do that is to drop your little finger there, if your finger's strong enough. If it's not, you have to use the fingering like that. A minor or A minor 7 again. D7 and G, and then E7 and stop. I love you, A minor, baby. D7, quite alright. Now B flat minor, one barre across all the strings. Change that to an E minor chord. A minor again. Trust in me when I say E7. Again, same pattern. I love you, baby. And if it's quick E7, I want a baby. Barre across all the strings. Turn that into an E minor chord. Find that difficult, just do the E minor like that in the normal way. I love you, baby. Trust in me when I G. E7. Oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray. Oh, pretty baby, now that I've found you, stay. And let me love you, baby, let me love you. And again, stop. And then you're back to the same chords as before. To repeat at the end and finish with a G major 7. The published key of C. I'll go through those chords very quickly. A C chord, C major 7, D minor, G7 and stop. That's the introduction. Then you go on, you're just too good, C true, can't take my C major 7, C7 like heaven to touch, and an F chord, my F minor chord. And if you can't manage that, remember you can do it as a D shape at fret 5. But don't play the top string. And I thank God I'm alive. You're just too D to be true. G7, can't take my eyes off you. Second verse is just the same. Then you've got the little instrumental bit at the beginning, a D minor, G7, C, A minor, D minor, G7, C, and stop. I love you. Then it's a D minor, baby. And if it's G7, quite alright. You C major 7, A minor 7, D minor, G7, C, pretty baby, A minor, and let me love you, baby, let me love you. And then the next bit is the same as the first, but finishing, I think I like the finish with a C major 7. Well, I hope you found that interesting and useful. As always, whatever you do, however you do it, have fun.